segment 3. All right. Thank you very much, David Leschek, for coming in and doing your monthly segment. We really appreciate it. Great motivational guy because, like I said, and the cool thing about today, and Dave had to leave, I'd love to have a round table here, but we literally have 2 titans today that literally have employees, brick and mortar, rare thing, because it's certainly a different game. John Pennington, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you.
Now, the last time you were here, you changed lives. I mean, people literally looked at that video and literally changed the way they thought about their business and how they're involved in it. And they literally called me and said, man, I watched that video and I'm changing the way I'm thinking. So it was a monumental thing that happened just a few weeks ago right here in this booth. John just, laid it out on the line. I mean, he didn't, nothing rehearsed there. It was just real life.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, just real life. So, but we got other things. John comes on every once in a while. He's going to England here pretty soon.
Yeah, next week.
Next week. So how long are you going to be there?
10 days.
10 days. So all your friends and that you used to run around with are all waiting for you?
Oh, yeah. And the family. I got to go and see the family and friends.
Okay. Well, I know we'll get a lot of pictures because we saw your last vacation in some island somewhere and sharks and shark fishing and shark diving and all that other stuff. So we're looking forward to with your visit with the Queen. So anyway, what we want to talk about today, John, we're going to get a little bit more into some business stuff. Now, one of the things you do at AA Printing is banners and signs. And one time you told me, and this is another great John Pennington quote, that a standing banner is money. Flat out. A standing banner is money. Now, John's marketing strategy is to put this brand everywhere, put his brand everywhere. Certainly has worked in spades. If you go to any one of anything, you'll always see AA Printing signage, banners. It is everywhere. So we wanted to talk about how important it is, since you do a lot of events, expos, women's launch parties, whatever, and you have a great setup. So give us your thoughts and how you see some people, just including myself sometimes, skimp on the signage and skimp on the sales.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's the reason why I brought this in tonight, because as you see, it's branding again.
Right.
This stand-up banner is making me money once people see this video, because someone will see that for $39,
right,
500 business cards, and if I get one business out of it, it just made me money.
That's right.
So that's what I'm saying with trade shows. You do events, it's always important to have something up there. I see people at trade shows where they have the banners at the front of their table.
Okay,
they Velcro it onto the front of the table.
Right.
Sometimes they do it too long.
Okay.
So when someone comes up to the table, they step on it.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes if they do it correctly, it's hanging just off the ground, which is supposed to be 6 by 2. Okay, is the size it's supposed to be. And I tell my clients every time they come into the shop.
Okay.
But what happens is, if you have people coming to your table, they're standing in front of the banner, other people can't see what it is.
That's right.
You see? And if people come up to your table, they can't look down and see what it is. That's why I always say it's important to get yourself a stand-up banner. Stand-up banners, like I said, are a money-making tool. Everything that you have as marketing should be money-making.
Right.
And you could have that tall banner standing there, and from across the room, you will see it. Like mine, bright yellow. People walk in the room and say, I saw you all the way across the room.
You know what? And it's true, John. I mean, I've done a million events. I've taken a million pictures of events, and your banner is always in the picture.
Somewhere in the background.
It's somewhere. There's there's the AA banner. I'm going to do a AA banner campaign. I'm just going to I'm going to take the banner to like the Las Vegas sign. I'm going to put the banner everywhere. It's just, where's John's banner?
I'm going to do that.
Okay, just go on a street corner, and there's John's banner on a street corner. I mean, it's just everywhere, and it's known for being everywhere. And you have told me, even on events that you can't make, that you sponsor my events and you can't make it, the banner's there. People are calling, hey, man, your banner's here, but where are you?
That's right. Yeah. Because people say, where are you? I'm at your booth right now. I saw your name. Where are you? But obviously I'm trying to be everywhere I can.
Right.
But at least people noticed it.
That's right.
And that is part of it. So I just did an article in the Business Voice for the Las Vegas Metro Chamber.
Congratulations.
Thank you. They asked me to talk about the preview and how exhibiting works for me.
Okay.
And the advice I give is what works for me. And it's not that I'm saying I'm an expert. It's just what's worked for me.
Well, what works for you, John?
The thing is they could get the Business Voice. They could go to my Facebook also and find a link on there.
Right.
Or the Metro Chamber website. But it explains a little bit about what you should do when you go to an exhibit event. Because what I find is someone goes to an exhibit for the first time, they set up their table.
Right.
And they stand behind the table and just wait thinking everyone's going to come to them.
Right.
Then at the end of the night, they go, how did it go for you? And I'll say, hey, it was great. It was amazing. Oh, it wasn't that good for me. People go with the expectation for a trade show is to go and make money the first time you go there.
Right.
You don't go there to make money at a trade show. You go there to brand yourself and get noticed by other people.
That's right.
Now, the money comes after once they start getting to know you. So I've seen people come to my table and they try and sell me their product, or I hear them talk to somebody else. And it's so much because you're at a trade show. You're there to sell your business.
Right. That is bad etiquette, by the way. Let's put that right on the table, John. It's if you go to an expo and you're trying to sell a vendor on your stuff while they're trying to sell theirs, that's just bad etiquette. So if you're doing that, stop it.
Yeah, that's something because I've been cornered.
Right.
By people who are trying to sell me their product, and I have customers come to my table that I paid for this event, and I can't get to them. That's not what you do. You drop your card off, introduce yourself, you drop your card off, and if that person wants to talk to you and they give you a card, then you could follow up.
Right.
Right? But the same thing if you're an exhibitor at an event, you go around and pass out your cards and introduce yourself. You don't sell your product.
Right.
You introduce yourself, and then they'll see you at the next event because after the first event, you're not going to quit. You don't quit after the first event and say, oh, that was terrible. You got to keep it going because that's what branding is. And for people to get to know you. So once you start passing your cards out and passing it out at every event, now they get to know you, now they get to like you.
Right.
And I say this, and I said this on Facebook, people do business with people they like. If you get people to trust you, they will trust your product. Simple as that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It is amazing because you're right. I've seen too many people who go to a trade show and it's all about the sales. They're trying to either sell something and they don't sell anything, so it was a wasted event and they want coming back. And in my mind I'm thinking, gee, there was 2,000 people in here, and do you think that was somehow a waste? To me, that's a tidal wave of humanity that saw your brand for the very first time.
Yep.
So, and that starts the process of getting them to know you and trust you and then buy your product. Right.
Yeah, and I said that to you a long time ago when you said we're having a discussion about trade shows.
Right.
And I said, where as a business owner that I can go and stand in a expedition show where there's 2,000 people and they have the opportunity to walk past my table.
That's right.
I don't have to go out like I did when I first started. Walk down the street, putting out flyers.
Right.
They're coming to me. So every time you get a booth at a trade show, it's an investment. It's a small investment. If you're paying $350 to $500, just think of that as a marketing to meet 2,000 people.
That's right. Now, I think we're going to dive into this a little bit. I'm sure you have gone to trade shows that were a complete bust as far as attendance. Now that you have some skills underneath you, when you get bombarded, like do my expo, do my show, what do you look for?
Okay, and you said it there.
You got a minute left, so
when the trade shows that you said are duds, I still try and look at it as a positive thing.
Okay.
Because if 10 people walk in there, that's 10 people that saw my banner. That's 10 people that I give business cards to. So I don't look at them as a dud. I mean, I've been to some places that's been small when I first started, and there were hardly anybody there. But think of all the other vendors that's in that room.
That's right.
You get their information. Now it's smaller. There's not a lot of people there. You get to personally meet them and get them to know you and trust you. And that's what I did. I end up with business for majority of the vendors when I go to an event because I don't sit behind my table and think, whoa, this is a dud.
You know, marketing, I've said this before, everything has value. If you go to an event and there's one person, it has value. Okay, 10 minutes is up. Real quick, John. So where can we find you?
You can find us at 4800 South Maryland Parkway, just across the street from UNLV. behind the Starbucks. Or you could find us on our website at www.aaprintinglasvegas.com. That's www.aaprintinglasvegas.com. Or you could call us at 702-527-7474. That's 702-527-7474. Or just look me up on Facebook, John Pennington, on Facebook, or John at AA Printing.
That's right. Top printer in the city, right here, Titan, Danny Vegas Live. We'll be back.